All right. So yeah, microphone's working. Okay. So we have another article from Real Raw News. Michael Baxter at RealRawNews.com. Massive flight cancellations due to inoculation deaths and employee resignations by Michael Baxter over at RealRawNews.com, October 31st, 2021. Um, American Airlines on Sunday announced that it had canceled 1,500 weekend flights due to staffing shortages and severe weather at its central hubs in Boston, Chicago, and Dallas, with an American Airlines spokesperson blaming the delays and cancellations on blustery winds and atmospheric disruptions. A FAA whistleblower, however, told Real Raw News that American Airlines is practicing mass subterfuge. In a direct refutation of American Airlines claims, he said modern planes are well equipped to handle takeoffs and landings in moderately breezy conditions, and that pilots are trained to handle aircraft in stormy weather. The sun shone brightly over Dallas Fort Worth International Airport this weekend, with intermittent 5 to 15 mile per hour winds blowing from the west. Our source said the FAA does not mandate a wind limit in matters involving takeoffs and landings, but advises against them in crosswinds exceeding 40 miles per hour. There was no weather at Dallas Fort Worth this weekend that would have stopped a certified, trained, competent pilot from operating his aircraft, our source said. American Airlines is lying to the public and the media so it doesn't lose ticket sales over the holidays. The real reason for canceled flights is because inoculated pilots are dying, sometimes in flight, and non inoculated pilots and cabin crews are resigning over inoculation mandates. 650 non inoculated American Airlines flight attendants, he said, refused to report for work this weekend after receiving text messages demanding that they get inoculated ahead of their scheduled flights. Comply or face indefinite furlough, the text said. Non inoculated pilots took a similar stance after they too got messages that threatened their livelihoods. 84 pilots on Saturday refused to fly after American Airlines insisted that they get inoculated. Meanwhile, an alarming number of inoculated pilots have died at the flight stick. Last week, Real Raw News reported on the mid flight deaths of two American airline pilots who keeled over at 32,000 feet. The number is growing each day, and the airlines, the FAA, and the NTSB are conspiring to keep it quiet. They have in house reports that 12 pilots in the last month died within 3 weeks of getting the inoculation. They are doing everything in their power to impose a media blackout on this info. It was heart related problems, all of them. Our source said a 13th pilot, he added, died of in flight hypertoxicity to poly polyethylene glycol, a toxic chemical in antifreeze that also appears as an ingredient in the inoculations. So, love, it's late at night, and yeah, love God and try to be good.